In fact, proteins are chains of amino acids, and there are amino acids that are considered essential, meaning that the body cannot produce them on its own, so they must be obtained through diet. The problem will arise when we do not regularly provide essential amino acids, which number 8. And this can be especially true with vegetarian or vegan diets. This is because most plants do not necessarily have the complete chain of amino acids. And we're talking here about protein-rich plants like certain cereals or legumes, not about energy-negligible green vegetables. So it can be interesting either to move towards a flexitarian or pesco-vegetarian diet on occasion by incorporating quality animal products to meet our protein needs in a complete way, or to combine plants together in order to cover the needs of essential amino acids. Because there are certain plants that contain certain amino acids and others that contain others. So if we go for the combination of plant-based ingredients, for example, we can combine cereals with legumes in the same day or in the same meal or every 2-3 days. For example, wheat with chickpeas, corn with beans, or rice with lentils or beans. And of course, we can also add seeds. Nuts such as walnuts, almonds, chia seeds, flax seeds, sesame seeds, etc. The idea will be to mix as much as possible cereals or pseudo-cereals that often contain 7 out of 8 amino acids with legumes and or oil seeds. To know, cereals lack lysine, an amino acid, and legumes are deficient in methionine. So if we mix them together, we will have all 8 amino acids. And in fact, human beings have always known how to adapt without necessarily knowing scientifically all these stories of amino acids, but from generation to generation, it would seem that women and men have passed on somewhere the good practices, and in this case, the right combinations of plants to stay healthy. In the case of these veg recipes, it was mainly to feed poor populations without constant meat access, allowing them to survive with plant proteins and ensuring a complete supply of nutrients. However, when following a vegetarian diet, one must be careful as it often tends to be high in carbohydrates in order to meet the protein requirements. Because cereals and legumes need to be consumed in large quantities to meet protein needs. Necessarily, they inevitably bring carbs along, so it raises certain questions about health, insulin, and related topics. Afterwards, if you want to reverse the thing and reduce your carbohydrate intake and increase your protein and fat intake, you can prioritize plant-based ingredients rich in protein such as tofu, tempeh, seitan, seaweed, hemp flour, lupin flour, and of course nuts. And at times we can also occasionally include animal products in a flexitarian manner or seafood by giving priority to high-quality products from a respectful breeding or sustainable fishing. It can be, in this case, quality dairy products, eggs from hens that have been fed flax seeds and raised outdoors, or seafood, for example, from time to time. For me, honestly, this is ideal because if we integrate all of this occasionally into a flexitarian diet, we will cover all protein needs and more.